Hello everyone and welcome to Classic Video Review, where I sit back and I watch a movie on VHS and then I review it for you at home to watch. Why do I watch VHS? It's because always one take, always remember that one. It is what I grew up on, it's a nostalgia thing. I grew up in the 90s, I was born in the 90s, so VHS was what we had. So, got a few rules though. Number one, I have to own it. Number two, no bootlegs, no fan mades, no recordings off TV. And then rule number three, I have to have the case. I can't just have, um, let's show you, just a regular tape like that. I gotta have it in the actual case itself. So, with that being said, let's get right into it. We've got another classic. It's an old film too. Disney's Cinderella. So, she has back here real quick. So Cinderella, she lives with her stepmother and two stepsisters, and they are downright mean and evil to her. Like they force her to do all the housework, all the chores. She lives in like the basement, a dirty basement with mice and rats, and there's an evil cat in it. They are the definition of wicked to her. Very abusive and mean, which maybe I missed it, but God, I don't remember them talking about what happened to Cinderella's dad. I assume he's passed. But yeah, anyways, like there's a little side story of like the mice in it. She has a little part down there. There it is. They talk and speak and they call her Cinderella. And I think this was made in like the 40s. I think it's going to actually tell me on the back here. But it is a very older film. But anyways, one day the prince is holding a ball, a dance, and all the girls in the town are allowed to go. Cinderella is allowed, but she's got to do all her chores. She does them all, but she doesn't have a dress, doesn't have an outfit, nothing. And then I think she does, but it gets ruined. So she's sitting there crying and wishing she could go, and then all of a sudden her fairy godmother appears. And she just starts bibbity, boppity, boom, zippity, all this other stuff, turning pumpkins into carriages and mice into rats and just everything around, just turning them all into different things and giving her this beautiful dress and these glass slippers, which, by the way, glass slippers, like, can you imagine if you fell and it broke and it went right into your foot? But nowadays they're remaking these classic Disney films or in kid films and they're turning into horror stuff, so there you go, there's an idea. So anyway, she goes. She has the time of her life. She's dancing with the prince. Oh, but she has to be home by the stroke of midnight or else everything gets turned back. And she realizes it's coming to that time, so she darts out. She leaves one of her slippers behind. Everything gets turned back to normal. They find the slipper. And the prince wants to be with her. That's the one he wants to marry. Which, you had one dance, you want to get married already? Come on. But anyways. So they send out people to look, and they're trying it on every person's foot. When they get to Cinderella's house, the stepsisters don't pass. Stepmother is keeping Cinderella locked away. Cinderella finally gets out. I wish to have a chance. And they agree. They give her a chance. Sure enough, it fits. And she becomes the one. Her life changes after that. Now, I do know they made like sequels to this years and years later. Never seen any of them, so I don't know. I did watch the live action version of it. This is one of the first live action like classic Disney that Disney put out of live action films that I watched. Wasn't bad. Wasn't bad. I remember buying it on DVD for my wife. So, Cinderella, obviously Disney. You can find it on Disney Plus. Now, where do I rate it? It holds up. So much so, my daughter loves the book, even. Like, we have the Disney version of this movie on book, and she loves reading it. I'm gonna give it a 3. I mean, this was targeted for young girls, so as a boy, this really wasn't my thing. But it is a great film. I gotta give it that. For being so old, it's still watchable. I love it. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye.